that bottom, she like it. So smooth like the first time I felt it. Baby, I don't wanna cause a scene, but I love the way I make you scream. We can float together on a dream, to the rhythm of our make-believe, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. Oh, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. Alright, when you're in my hands, I call you mine. I just got to have you all the time. Wind you up like I got you feeling right. I've been waiting for you all my life. If I turn it on, it might get loud. Set the rhythm, we can work it out. I like the way that we fit together, so smooth like the first time I felt stuff. Baby, I don't wanna cause a scene, but I love the way I make you scream. We can float together on a dream, to the rhythm of our make-believe, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. Oh, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. Alright, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. Oh, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. Alright, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. To the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. To the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. Oh, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. She got that action just like I like it. So smooth like the first time I felt it. Pearls all down her neck, so dark, so smooth, yeah, she got me wrecked. She gave me magic in my fingertips, as my teeth are tugging on her lips. When I tap that bottom, she like it. So smooth like the first time I felt it. Baby, I don't wanna cause a scene, but I love the way I make you scream. We can float together on a dream, to the rhythm of our make-believe, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. Oh, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. Alright, when you're in my hands, I call you mine. I just got to have you all the time. Wind you up like I got you feeling right. I've been waiting for you all my life. If I turn it on, it might get loud. Set the rhythm, we can work it out. I like the way that we fit together, so smooth like the first time I felt stuff. Baby, I don't wanna cause a scene, but I love the way I make you scream. We can float together on a dream, to the rhythm of our make-believe, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. Oh, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. Alright, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. Oh, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. Alright, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. To the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. To the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. Oh, to the rhythm of our make-believe, yeah. She got that action just like I like it. So smooth like the first time I felt it. Pearls all down her neck, so dark, so smooth, yeah, she got me wrecked. She gave me magic in my fingertips, as my teeth are tugging on her lips. When I tap that bottom, she like it. So smooth like the first time I felt it. Baby, I don't wanna cause a scene, But I love the way I make you scream. We can float together on a dream. To the rhythm of a make-believe. To the rhythm of a make-believe, yeah. Oh. To the rhythm of a make-believe, yeah. Alright. When you're in my hands, I call you mine. I just got to have you all the time. Wind you up like I got you feeling right. I've been waiting for you all my life. If I turn it on, it might get loud. Set the rhythm, we can work it out. I like the way that we fit together. So smooth like the first time I felt stuff. Baby, I don't wanna cause a scene, but I love the way I make you scream. We can float together on a dream. To the rhythm of a make-believe. To the rhythm of a make-believe, yeah. Oh. To the rhythm of a make-believe, yeah. Alright. To the rhythm of a make-believe, yeah. Oh. To the rhythm of a make-believe, yeah. Alright. To the rhythm of a make-believe, yeah. To the rhythm of a make-believe, yeah.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to Van Philosophy. Thanks for coming back and joining us here. And this lighting, look at it. That's right. Fine. I think it's fine. It's good. But thank you guys for tuning in. We're happy to be back another Thursday. Mm-hmm. You know, it's weird because it started raining again earlier today, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's vlog day." It rains
because you're sad, baby.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
It's vlog day. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started up into it. You guys get in the chat, hang out. If you're new here, thank you for being here. If you've been here before, hey. So what's been going on, Con?
You know, this week I've been thinking a lot about this. You know, I don't know if anyone's ever come up to you and they're like, you have to be humble. And there's this impression that it's something you need to try for.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I remember hearing that a lot growing up. You know, be like, you need to approach this with humility and be a humble person. And I've kind of realized for me personally this week that I don't think that it's something like a switch you can turn on. I think,
right.
Like, if you're humble, it's because someone humbled you. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like something happened. It's not just like this thing that you do on your own. It has to do with like life and stuff that's going on in it.
Mm-hmm. So, that could be a hard one, man.
Yeah, and like, because I remember like feeling bad about it. It'd be like, oh, like you have to try to be humble, or people are gonna think you're an awful person.
Yeah,
you know. And I think it's more of like, it's like live your life and be aware that like, you know, you're gonna mess that up. And,
right.
You know what I mean?
Girl, you're gonna mess it up.
And so it's funny because we're going to talk about hobbies later.
Yeah.
And so, like, during our break, I've been getting into carpentry.
Yeah.
And I talked to this guy this week that he's been doing it for 30 years. And he was just kind of, like, going off about, oh, this is what I think, and this is my philosophy on the job. And just kind of, like, and I was just sitting there going, like, I know nothing.
Right.
And this guy's just casually, and I could tell he was being, like, really kind with me because he totally knew, like, I have no idea, like, you know, I don't have anywhere near his level of experience. This is like basically a hobby.
Yeah.
You know? And so I kind of had this thing of like laying down your pride and being kind is something that you can do. And you can turn that switch on. That's a decision you make.
But pride's one of those weird things too, though, where it's like it's seen as a positive, but it's also seen as a negative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like someone that's very prideful, you know, can be seen as like a super negative thing. But somebody's like, I'm proud.
Yeah, having a sense of pride.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, and I think it comes down to like, you know, don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't be a jerk.
And don't be a jerk because you know so much. And I think that's like the bad pride. Right. You know? And so I kind of had this whole thing, like I remember thinking like, man, he's so humble the way he talks, you know? And I was like, no, he's not humble. He's like in this situation, I'm the humble one because I'm going, oh crap, I'm so dumb.
Right.
You know,
as in a sense of being humbled in the moment.
Yeah. And he was not being prideful.
Well, that's the funny thing about the English language anyway, man. Like, humble can mean all kinds of different things for different people. Because like being humbled I think that's a totally different thing than like being humble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like being humble, like try not to be like a show off, I guess, or be like a know-it-all.
Mm-hmm.
Or like someone that's able to be like, oh, I'm probably wrong, and not like die on that hill.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like always approaching things where like I have more to learn.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, to me, I guess the difference that I had in my brain was like knowing you have more to learn, like on your own time when you sit there and go, I have more to learn, and being shown in like an embarrassing moment,
Right.
you know, that you have more to learn, is different. There's nothing like in my blog. I was like, I'd be like, hey man, hopefully everyone has like some humility in their week, but it's awful. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It feels like, I can't remember what I said. It was like, you learn it violently.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and it messes you up.
Yeah.
It shatters your pride, kind of.
Yeah.
a thing.
Do you have a humilifying story?
A humilifying
Like
story.
where you've had that really kick in?
I don't know if
No.
I really have one coming up. Other than like this week, I was talking to this dude.
The
and
car,
he was really nice to me, and I was like, I'm so dumb. I can't believe you're talking to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Those moments. Yeah, because if you asked me to, I don't know if I'd have an answer.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, those moments of like, okay, I know nothing of what I'm trying to get into. But it's important to understand that like, even whenever you know everything, I think you know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's always different ways and different styles and different kinds of things. So to assume that you have, and I think that's where the word humble comes from, is understanding that like, no matter what, you have that.
Yeah.
You know?
I will say, going back and listening to like previous projects, you kind of like, to me, that is a little humbling, because you go like, oh man, I thought that was like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And then you're like, it sounds okay.
Yeah, it'd be humbling, but I think that's just like a sense of like growth too. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You have to keep moving.
Yeah.
And it might be that like one day we go back and we listen to like the first, we're like, oh man, that's the best one.
Mm-hmm.
But because you always
Depending
have
on
to
where
use-
you are. in
people
your
like
journey.
we're humans.
Yeah.
We're like, give me the new thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a whole dilly job.
A daily job.
Dilly job, man.
So what's been up with you?
Your mom?
My mom?
Yeah.
How's she been?
She's
I just
been
saw her
okay.
yesterday. She didn't say a thing about you.
She said to keep it secret. No, we did finally. We shot the video. I did finish the cover for the new cover song for Patreon. I've got that finished up on time. Remember I said like on the last week's vlog, I was like, it'll take me like a day or two. I did it.
You did it?
I had it
I haven't
done.
even seen it yet.
And then not the video, but the song, getting the song done.
Yes, the
And
song.
then
I've seen that.
We shot the video, which neither one of us have seen because it's not edited together yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I got all the stuff imported in and ready to go. So hopefully we'll be getting that done soon. Been doing that. Yesterday was one of my good friends, Will's birthday. So we went and did a thing with him. It was kind of cool. We got him like
Is this Will, but I know him as Andy?
You know him as Andy.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
Andy. What's up?
What's up?
But yeah, we went and we all met at the card shop and bought him like a carrot cake. Everything. And some old friends came and hung out. One of my old buddies, Galen. You remember Galen? You met him once in Dahlonega. Remember?
Yeah.
The little
Before like an
beard
unplugged
thingy?
show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And him and I, we've been friends.
It's now when
Since I was little.
when I recall that, it seemed like I had met him before,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
but maybe we hadn't, and it was just he was that cool.
Yeah.
It's nice when you meet someone that's that cool.
Right,
You're like, I
like,
feel like I've known you
I
for
know
a
you.
while. I'd be like, no, like I've just met you.
Right. But it has been like lately it has been like this weird like cinematic. I'm so busy, and like honestly, I'm normally like as soon as it hits me where I'm like, oh, I got so much to do. Like my anxiety starts to kick in, and it starts to be like, oh, and then you get to that feeling of like I just want to do nothing at all. Like, I'm just gonna go wad up in a ball and hide. But it was actually kind of refreshing this time around because it was like, oh yeah, like this is who I am. This is what I want to do. You know, and like it kind of like made me think about like how whenever that kind of stuff happens, because I even mentioned in the blog that I always joked around, but my natural state is just sitting down, and doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But like when we're doing the things that we love and we're doing the things that we're passionate about and sharing them with others, like that's our best versions of ourselves. Like that's the thing to get excited for and the thing that you can be proud of, like we were talking about earlier. And it's been that sense of like, it's like seeing an old friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like being able to get back into the swing of stuff and just know, like, I guess there's like a sense of like excitement looking towards the future. Because we were talking about, we've got these shows. So we got that show this weekend. We've got a couple more shows. So it's a little bit more to normalcy. And then, starting back up next year, we're going to be getting more done. But I know there's a lot to do in the meantime. Like we're talking about fixing the van up. Because we gotta get a new transmission for the van. We've decided we're just gonna do that instead of buying a new one. We don't have that kind of money, man. We ain't got rich people money. So we're just gonna put in a new transmission. We're gonna get some engine work done, and just prepare. I think because we worked so hard over the past year or so getting the live stuff together, and that's really the last step. I know we were talking about upgrading your guitar pedal because this one's like kind of janky.
The expression pedal's a little janky. I think I found workarounds for a little while. But yeah, it's getting close to.
But there's that. But besides that, like, it's just the van, getting the van up and running and stuff. Nancy wants to know if humilify is humilify a word. Is it a word?
I don't know. It could be. I wonder if
I'm
like
gonna say you can say whatever you want.
I want to say that would be like, sounds like a pharmaceutical. Isn't it like Abilify?
Oh, right.
It's like a chill pill.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Take yourself.
It's the brand name of a chill pill. Humilify.
Yeah. That's funny, man. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically what I've been up to. I mentioned it last vlog about Noki. And Nancy, you know what I'm talking about, the little sweet pillow beautifulness. Now, I know I don't know if you noticed this.
I'm noticing it now, and I'm having that same moment of last week. Like, why didn't I see that? It's sitting right there.
It's right here. But yeah, so I made gnocchi myself, and I wanted you to try it because I don't know if you've had it in a while.
I haven't.
It is gnocchi. There's little breadcrumbs on top. That's Parmesan.
I'm gonna show it a little bit.
Oh, it looks awful on camera, but it tastes delicious.
You have to make it out of like plastic and glue.
Oh,
and then it looks good on camera.
But it's got spinach. You'll see there's spinach in there. It's gnocchi, little breadcrumbs.
I'll try to get a little bit of everything.
There's the spinach. Tomatoes. That's why I just made it like a little small kind of dilly.
Yeah. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, there you go. And I want a good review of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Right? God, it's like butts on an airplane. Just it's so good. It's tasty. It's got. You feel that back end heat?
Dude, get out of my head.
Yeah.
I was just about to be like, wait, there's more.
Yeah.
There's this heat.
Yeah.
That hits. It's peaked now.
Yeah. It's like the chili pepper flakes.
It like comes on slow.
Yeah.
That's a pretty decent delay of that heat.
Yeah, man.
I'll take one more bite.
Yeah, dude, you gotta take another one. It's so delicious. Like I warmed it up earlier because I didn't cook it like right before you got here. I made sure I saved some. I was like, I need to make sure Kyle tries it. Look at that big ass bite.
Oh, I better take a big one.
I think it's good. I think we've done well. Do you see what I'm talking about? Like when we were talking about the pillow of, right?
It's like when you get like good homemade seasoned bread.
Right.
It gives you that, but it also gives you like it's more hearty than that. You know what I mean? It's not like this air fluffy thing,
Yeah.
And the heat after is awesome.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I was really excited with how it turned out. Yeah, because you do the sauce, it's like a vegetable stock. I'm doing that whole vegetarian thing. So I did like a vegetable stock, cream cheese. I cooked down the tomatoes before that. It's really easy. It's not that complicated, and it's just a delicious dish, man. And like the spinach, man, like pack it with spinach, man. So you get all those greens in you and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was excited about it. So I would like to say what's up to Rachel, Nancy, Steve, Rico Babe. He did do it all for the gnocchi.
Did it all for the gnocchi. The what? The gnocchi. That's awesome.
It's so good. What's up, Go Davenport, man? Hope you're doing all right. If you're the same dude that I remember, how's it going?
Like I microwaved it before you showed up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a leftover in the fridge, and then I totally heated it up in the microwave. That's what happened. But
That's why it kind of tastes like Olive Garden.
maybe that's what Olive Garden does, dude. I don't know if you've ever gone there. Remember that time we ate there on
We
on
caught
tour?
him. We caught him one time.
Yeah, because we're like,
caught
hey,
him.
we want this thing without something without ricotta or something.
It was like, yeah, can you take this one thing out?
You're like,
or
oh, we
something?
can't
And
do
they're
that.
Like, we can't. Yeah.
And you're like, what do you mean? Just don't put it in there. And they're like, oh, we can't.
He's like, well, yeah, and like he kind of like, we got it out of him. He's like, it comes in a package that way. We don't,
Right.
kind of a thing. And we're like, oh, okay,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Understandable.
So what do we got coming up, man, before we get into the topic? We've got a show this weekend at Cowboys and Angels in Helen, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be rad. We did do some rehearsals, and we did prepare the brand new song today.
Mm-hmm.
So, whoop, whoop, whoop. Be there. It's going to be at like 6 o'clock, I think.
6 o'clock.
Get there early. Make sure you get a table, get some seats, hang out. I think we are going to try to reserve another Roshan fam table.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that. We've got Shenanigans coming up the following weekend where we're doing like this sandbox style show.
Yeah. Unplugged.
Something.
Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we'll plug something in. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
And let's see. Then we've got Club 134 on the 4th in December, which is going to be cool. I love that place. It's really like a party joint, man.
Clubby
cool.
party place. Yeah.
We are both here. Good to see you. Hey, good to see you, man. I don't know if you ever met him, Kyle, but it's Goat and Claire, which I was friends with Claire, I feel like my whole life. And I haven't seen her in like, I don't know how long, man.
You're like little kid friends?
Yeah, not like little
school,
kids.
middle school.
Like early middle school and on, I think, is what it was. Like we were like this for a long time. Yeah. So I hope you guys are doing well. Last thing I saw, I think you guys were living in Texas? Maybe?
That's going to be a clip.
That's a clip.
Just
Cut.
Texas!
Okay, so let's get into the topic, man. So our topic for today is hobbies, which is so invigorating. It just kind of like lights that fire.
I looked up the definition of hobby because I didn't know what it was.
What is the definition of hobby? What is a hobby?
So, a hobby. A hobby is an activity done regularly in one's leisure or time for pleasure. Or
Then I've got a bunch of hobbies.
Or it's a small horse or pony.
What?
Yes.
You can call a little.
That is
a
the
little
second
hobby.
thing under it is like a small horse or a pony. So, again, it would have been funny to be like, if I would have prepared stuff about horses and ponies, and I came out, I was like, hey man, we're talking about hobbies.
Whip,
and I,
little riding.
yeah, you know,
my
and
hobby.
I come in with little stuffed animals, and I'm like, this one's name is Clyde.
Yeah, this Clyde. This one's Betsy Lou.
These are my hobbies.
Right. Mexico. Okay, cool. Yeah, basically Mexico. I understand. Texaco. That's how they came up with that name.
Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex.
There's a lot of. I'm sure there's more. We're missing some.
By the way, let us know you guys' hobbies, man. Share with us like what the stuff that you guys like to do in your spare time and all that kind of stuff while we're going through this stuff, and then we can share later. What else you got?
So that's the funny thing is like I looked that up because I always had a total different definition of what hobby. I thought hobby and side hustle were like the same thing. I thought it was like that's like the second thing that you do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I understand it's like something you do regularly and it's done on your off time, I guess, But I always thought it was more of like it's this thing you cultivate, you know what I mean? But apparently a hobby is just anything you do for fun. So I was like, I wonder what the most.
That's funny that you thought of it like that. It's interesting.
Because I thought like, when people, you say hobbies, you say like, oh, it's like, carpentry or whatever.
Sure.
Or something, or I like going out, like fixing cars, or I like that. Just because
you're naming jobs right now.
I know, but that was kind of like how I grew up, and I remember like especially like my dad's friends, they would be like they had this job, but then they always like did this thing on the side, and that's what they called their hobby. See,
like as a kid, like I always had like weird hobbies. Funny enough, music started out as a hobby, but I also, playing like magic cards all the time whenever I was a kid. I mean, Claire probably remembers just getting nerded out. Doing paintings, doing poetry, doing drawings, doing writings, whatever it is. I always saw that kind of stuff. And that's how like I saw hobbies.
Yeah.
And what it is. It's like something to get your mind off of the other stuff. So it's something to occupy your brain to get away from your job or stress,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, this is your time. You can do whatever you want with it.
Right.
So I looked up, and I looked at the top 10, and it's funny. It's actually a Nielsen company report.
Okay.
Okay. And like, who those guys are?
No.
They're like, well, I don't really know who they are either.
You do know who they are? No, I don't either. So that's cool.
But I imagine it's like a guy in a suit that's really nerdy.
Yeah.
And he's got a briefcase and he knocks on your door like really loud.
Yeah.
And he keeps knocking.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what is this? And like you think he's from the IRS.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, hi, do you watch TV?
Oh yeah, okay.
What shows do you like?
Like a weird like survey.
Yeah, like a weird surveyor, and you didn't expect it, and then it's like published data kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know if it's like that.
Okay.
Let me, if you've had a Nielsen person approach you, let us know how that went, because it can't be like that. But maybe it is, and if it is, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, but all right. So in the United States, 2001 Nielsen Company report, the number one hobby.
Okay, let's go through the hobbies and let's see if we actually have those hobbies.
Okay,
too.
the number one hobby is.
Yeah.
This is the number one hobby in
one
America.
Hobby.
America, this is you.
All right, I'm waiting for it. What is it?
Watching TV. I know, right? Really?
That's
really,
weird.
America?
That's
Watching
weird,
TV
man.
is our number one pastime?
That's a weird one.
I thought it'd be baseball.
Is that
Isn't
hobby?
that a saying? It's
Right.
the national pastime? No, it's watching TV.
That's weird, though. I don't know if I would consider that a hobby.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
But it's considered a hobby.
That's more like a
because
the time.
Because it's
kind of thing.
activity done regularly in one's leisure or time for pleasure. So
Right.
it technically classifies
Yay
as
for
a hobby.
language.
Yeah, yay, good for us.
Yeah.
Makes you feel great.
Okay,
All right.
let's go to the second one.
Second one
What's
is
it gonna be?
sports or exercise activities. I feel a little bit better about that one. I feel like we're moving along, progressing
Yeah, that's
society,
pretty good.
You know what I mean? Like
See,
sports.
Rico Bobby, what? Right? TV, yeah. But I mean, I watch TV. I don't even know if I consider it watching TV. I watch some movies and some shows every once in a while.
Oh, wait. No, that doesn't count.
That doesn't count?
No, shows count.
Okay, yeah.
Shows and like streaming. I guess like streaming movies would count.
Okay. I'm usually watching stuff. This is
yeah.
weird. I think the majority of the stuff I watch is YouTube videos.
Well,
Anyway, go ahead.
well, we can move on down the line for that.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. So, number 3, and this warmed my heart a little bit too, is reading. Reading.
Yeah.
Reading. Okay.
That's not
But
bad.
the funny thing about this is I feel like there's some lying going on, because when that guy shows up and knocks on your door and he's like, "Hi, what do you like to do?" and you're like, "I like to read." Doesn't everyone read? I read. Excuse me.
You're right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Don't you read?
because the fourth one is video games, and like I feel like there's a bunch of people lying. I feel like people play video games way more than they read
Books. Yeah.
You know what
It
I
depends
mean?
on like when
But
the
maybe
study
not.
was done.
Maybe not.
Depends on when the study was done.
Yeah. It said it was this year's 2021.
Right. That's crazy.
Okay, and
You
then
got another one?
The fifth one is social networking. Okay.
That's a hobby?
Yeah. So hey,
So you're getting on? Are you talking? No, explain to me. Is it like getting on and like doing like I'm doom scrolling? Is that the same thing as like
I think it does.
social networking?
I kind of took it as like when you're on your phone
Yeah. And you post something. You're like, maybe my friends.
And you
will like
post
this.
something, or you just watch something.
Yeah.
Or you interact, or you like something. Like
Right.
that's all part of social network. And some people would say that YouTube, like this,
Yes.
is social networking because like we're
Right
talking
now-
we're talking to people.
Right now, we're your new hobby.
You know what I mean? Like this
Yeah.
is, you know.
Join in.
And I also imagine that it might also cover like, you know, we're making a vlogcast right now.
Right.
So this could be like,
Is it a hobby?
this could be a hobby,
Yeah.
you know,
Maybe.
if it's not a part of your job.
Yeah. I like Nancy's hobby there of drinking beer.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. There it is.
You know, it's funny. I'm going to look at the list, but like dining did not make the list.
Dining. Well, that's. I don't know if you can count like a thing that you need to do to survive. But I guess like dining
Yeah.
at different places.
Well, you
could be
need
a
to
hobby.
eat to survive.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm saying like I wonder like maybe like you're talking about dining, like going to different restaurants could be considered like a
Yeah.
hobby. Like I like trying out
you
these
like
different
reviewing food or something.
Yeah, I'm a Yelper. you
But I
know?
guess that is like, you know, like I'm a food critic. And that's what I
Right.
do for my hobby. Like, how many guys do you know that do that?
Yeah.
Like maybe one,
Right.
not 10.
Yeah.
How many guys do you know that watch TV? Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody watches TV. Yeah.
All right, so that's 5. Okay, so 6 is music. And it's either listening to music or playing music. But no, that's number 6. Number 7 is travel. People that's their thing. That's
a
what they do.
hobby.
As soon as they get time off, they have leisure time. I want to go over there. I want to experience that. I want to see
Yeah.
the Eiffel Tower, and I want to
I feel like my whole life I kind of feel like I've viewed hobbies just so different.
See, I did too.
My perspective of
I
hobby
did
is
too.
not any of these.
I know, right?
It's so weird.
All right. Number 8 is theater, movies, concerts. So
Okay.
going out to get your entertainment.
I also
You
don't
know what I
consider
mean?
those hobbies.
Well, I mean, you hear about people that like, I'm a movie buff.
Yeah.
You know, you hear people say that, or be like, man, like I love going to festivals, or I
I
love
suppose
going
so.
to concerts.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So like, like that could definitely be considered a hobby.
Yeah, like I know a couple people that have like those movie subscription things where they pay per month, so they can go see movies all the time for free.
Like at the theater.
Yeah, it's like $20, and then you
I was like, I got that too. It's called Netflix,
Called Netflix.
Amazon Prime.
HBO.
I pay a monthly thing. I watch all these movies.
Yeah. All right, let's go. What's the next one?
Okay, number 9 is shopping. That's weird to me. Almost sounds kind of unhealthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think there's actually a lot of like problems with shopping.
Yeah.
Being an unhealthy thing.
I feel like you shop because you need stuff.
I'll go like maybe when I need something. I go grocery shopping a lot.
And
But-
number 10, well, it's probably the least popular thing that people say.
Yeah.
You know, well, probably not the least popular. It's the least popular that made this list. The least
Right.
popular one was what was it? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway,
Yeah. Petting cattle.
yeah, exactly. Like there was that guy's like, I really like going out and petting as many cows as I can.
I like the cow pets. It's my favorite thing to do.
Hey, Bessie.
Moo.
Yeah, it was just one guy
Yeah.
out of the millions of people that they knocked. I don't know how they
Right,
do it.
sure.
But the 10th one is relaxing and thinking.
That's just the state of human beings.
But I kind of went philosophy,
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
then philosophy. this
whole
here
thing. So
is a hobby.
We're your hobby is our
Yes.
hobby. We are hobby.
We are hobby together. Our powers combined.
We are hobby.
We're hobby.
That's
Yeah.
so weird.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't view like some of my hobbies.
How do you view hobbies?
Yeah.
What does hobby mean to you?
Yeah, I view like hobbies as like, I guess it's because it's art. I don't know.
Like
It's always
art.
art. Like it's drawing can be a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Music can be a hobby. Painting can be a hobby. Pottery can be a hobby.
Mm-hmm. Those are all professions you're naming.
These are all professions, right?
Like you told
But
me,
that's what I'm
fixing
saying.
cars,
That's what's weird
making
about it.
stuff.
That's what's so weird. It's like now I'm trying to wrap my brain around it because like I see, maybe that's just because of who I am and I view it in this weird skew. Because like even at that point, you know, like if you start talking about hobbies, like at what point do things stop being hobbies? Like you were just telling me this thing, like you right now for you, like doing carpentry is a hobby because you're a musician.
Mm-hmm.
But there are also carpenters where
that do music
might
for
do
a hobby.
music for a hobby.
Yeah.
So at what point does something actually stop being a hobby and become a career or something different? You know, like me making jewelry. Like it's not like I have this jewelry empire and I'm not going to open up a jewelry store.
Uh-huh.
So to me, it's a hobby.
Uh-huh.
I like doing it. I'm so grateful for anybody that order the pieces, wear them. I love making them, but like, it's like what? How far would I need to take that to where it's like no longer a hobby?
You know, I remember like when music was a hobby.
Yeah.
And then I remembered the day that music became my job was the day I quit my other job and I didn't have any other source of income at the time.
Yeah.
Except music.
Didn't
And
that feel
that
good?
it felt good and it felt scary.
It was scary, but it felt so good.
But it felt good.
Remember how many high fives we did? We like high fived like every day.
Yeah, we're like,
It's incredible.
be like, this is work. Can
Yeah.
you believe it?
I mean,
Can
what
you
do
believe this
What
is
do you
work?
guys think? Like,
Yeah.
when do hobbies stop being hobbies? That's crazy. Goat here says that dining out is definitely a hobby. What? Can't make. Come on, Kyle, help me. What is that?
What's what?
Punjabi Brigatini Barta?
Where can I?
Right
Oh,
here.
dining out here. Okay.
Yeah.
Punjabi Brigatine Barta.
Mm.
I don't
It
know.
doesn't sound appetizing, but it sounds like it's probably delicious.
You need to get in the fam and like pronounce that for us.
You do. You need to do that. Give us like the layout.
And because I'm imagining it says Punjabi,
Yeah, Punjabi, that sounds all right, you know.
and I don't know if it's like brigantine,
Yeah.
like it looks, or is it like brigantine?
Oh, right.
You
Depends
know what
on
I
like
mean?
yeah.
And I would
where's it come
imagine.
from?
I'm assuming that's Barta,
Right.
but I'm not really sure what
But
language
is that a
but-
thing that you like to do, Claire? Is that like so like going out to different restaurants and trying out different foods? That's something that you enjoy doing, you know? 'Cause I know like for me like I'm like one of those like weirdos. Like I cook for myself every day. Like I try to not. When it comes to food, I try to not eat out anywhere.
Yeah,
And that's just like what I try to do. Even like when we're on the road, we
yeah.
pack
we
salads.
do that. We do that on the road. We're like
Salads
trying,
in a cooler.
trying not to eat out on the
Yeah,
road.
that's like it's like a whole thing. But I do enjoy like every once in a while. Like there's this really amazing Indian restaurant like a few towns over that is like incredible. I'm a little sad about it because like we were talking about like I've been doing the vegetarian thing.
And their meat is so delicious.
I'm like, man, it's gonna like mess up my digestion. Never mind.
Chris says he says I like to drive. When I
Yeah.
go on vacation, I look forward to the drive more than any other part.
You know, that's the whole thing for a lot of people, man. I know a lot of people, like, even like when they're like, I'm stressed out, I'm going to take a drive. Or, just people that drive across country and take photos and things like that. I know, like, when we were on the road, like, I really did enjoy the drives. Because we would sit there and chit-chat. Now, it wasn't every time. Every time I didn't enjoy it.
Sometimes the drives are ruthless.
Sometimes it was like, oh my God, somebody else do this, you know. But, like, there's something about it. Like I guess it's because it's keeping your brain so occupied when everything's passing by and you're kind of taking things in. You see new stuff.
Well, it's a new experience.
Yeah. The window down. I'm one of those guys. I don't know if you're like this, Chris, but like anytime I'm driving, I don't care if it's like 0 degrees outside. I've got the window cracked because I like to hear the wind and have the fresh air coming in. Like I will turn the heater up all the way.
Just so you can have the window
so I can
cracked
have
a
the
little
window
bit.
cracked a little
Uh-huh.
bit. Like, I don't care.
I've done that before too.
Yeah, I just like the fresh air, man.
Although the first time I think I did that was because like, you know, like the dial was broken and like
Yeah.
the upper fan for defrost didn't work and it would just
Right.
only blow out. So I was like, well, I have to like try to defrost the window and figure out the right
right.
combination. You know?
Yeah. And see, Nancy says here that she does jigsaw puzzles, which is really cool. Like, do you do like the big ones? Or do you like to try to keep it where it's small where you can finish it? Or do you do the ones where it's like months of time or something like that? Or do you do those like crazy ones like 3D? Have you seen those? Or like 3D puzzles?
I don't think I've ever seen one in person.
They're really cool.
I think I've like, you know, probably saw one on a video somewhere. or
Yeah, I
something,
put one
you know?
together a few years ago. Like, not say a few years, it's probably a long time ago. But they're cool. They're really interesting.
I remember doing puzzles. I like getting into a puzzle phase for a little while. It is a lot of fun. I kind of want to go back and do a puzzle now. It actually sounds like a lot of fun.
It's nice. Steve says that he thinks that one's hobby is the place that gives you a release from the stress of the day. Okay. And that I think so. You know, because it is a whole weird thing. Because we were talking about doing music now, which is some people's hobby. It was our hobby, but sometimes the stress of my day is fully wrapped up in music. So I've had to find all these different things, like I've been going once a week to play Magic cards. I've gotten back into playing because it just works my brain. It takes me away from everything else that's going on, and I can figure out the puzzles, the pieces, like figuring out like, okay, what do I do and do this and do that, and I'm like in the game. I can forget about everything else, and I'm just right there. I think it's important. It is important, like, to have something like that really just takes you away.
Well, I think it gives balance to your life because, again, like, music was a hobby, and then it was a job, and then you like got to have another hobby to get away from your job, and that's like this cycle you go through.
Right.
And it doesn't matter who you are, you always have this cycle. And to me, it's like a hobby is a good thing to have because then it's like you stay in love with two things now. Where it's like, I'm in love with this hobby and I love my job.
Yeah.
And one isn't stressing you out more because one is the other's relief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is tough, because you have something that you're just like, you love so much, you're passionate about. Sometimes, like, I think we find it hard. Like, for a while, like, I've gotten out of most other things. Because it was such just music.
You're grinding away, like trying to make this work,
and that is a setup for failure, man. Like, because like you have no escape. It's like the thing that brought you joy now is becoming this.
You've like trapped. You've trapped yourself in.
Yeah, and that's what I think the benefits of hobbies is. Like Steve said, it's something that takes us away from that and helps kind of bring, like you're talking about, balance to everything. What are some of like your hobbies that you have? You're saying carpentry right now,
Carpentry right now. And,
building baby caskets. That's what Kyle does for a living.
Well, to me also is it's like, it kind of comes out of a practical thing too, because it's like, stuff breaks and you're like, I have no idea how to fix this.
Right, right.
But yeah, like kind of like the whole like getting into taking stuff apart and fixing it, and like I was never really into that growing up.
Yeah,
and because my dad was that way. My dad was an
knowing you in your adult life, I haven't really known you to be one to do that.
Yeah, I was never really like I was never a gearhead about stuff.
Yeah,
and so that's kind of been my new vibe, and I've been enjoying it.
Yeah,
and I feel like it's never too late to kind of pick up something and be like, oh, I've never really done that before. Right. Like, but it'd be useful.
So you're just you're just taking apart random things. Like, what do you mean? What are you doing?
No, just like fixing stuff up at the house. You're like, oh, I gotta take that off, and what's behind there? Oh, that's gotta get fixed too. Stuff like that.
And that's your hobby to get away. What's your thing? Because that sounds more like I gotta take care of my home. Now, if you were to,
I think you can. I think you can because obviously it's like stuff you do every day. You clean your house and you do all that stuff. But that one project that you've been putting off for a while, to me, like I've kind of found this new. It's like approaching that like a hobby.
Yeah,
it's like I get to do this project.
Well, it is an interesting question because like
I don't get to do it all the time.
I actually enjoy cleaning. So like, is cleaning a hobby for me? Like I enjoy I like the benefits of things being clean, and I like just doing it. Like if I have a day off with nothing to do, I don't do nothing. I clean. I'll do like the deeper cleaning stuff. I gotta use my vacuum. My vacuum's cool.
I mean, like there's something about it where you're like because you're just like I'm making this better, and you can see it happening.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah, like
is that a hobby? Is cleaning a hobby?
Denotatively,
maybe.
Yeah,
maybe because what's our definition again?
The definition again is an activity done regularly in one's leisure or time for pleasure, or a small horse or pony.
Well, me cleaning is a small horse. It could also be viewed as a pony, but I do enjoy it. It does get me away from stuff.
Y'all, you need to like not now because we're hanging out.
Do it now.
But
just
go open up a new tab and look up Ween, Mr. Would You Please Help My Pony.
Oh yeah, that whole thing.
That song is so funny.
Nancy says that she's never done a 3D one. They're actually kind of cool. I like them. I think they're neato. And she also does crosswords, which I've never really been into, but I think that's probably because I'm bad at them. Mm-hmm. I'm just not good at them. But yeah, what other facts do we have? Do we have any other fun facts?
No.
No.
About hobbies?
Yeah.
No, it was
that's
just
all
like
we
those
got.
couple things.
No, but I do know, like, you were talking about you've been playing some video games lately, right? You said you've been getting back
I
on
went
that.
back. I always like retro gaming. I guess like that could consider that a hobby.
Right. Well, see, I remember I used to.
I was just like, that's me just like fucking off playing video games.
Yeah. I
You know?
stopped collecting the video games. I still have them. But when we were on the road, I was trying to gather my old collection of GameCube games, which we've talked about in one of last year's vlogs. We did a whole video game episode. But yeah, like playing those old games, there's something about it. Which one have you been playing?
I was on PS3 playing the Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
And
Okay.
I think there was multiple ones, but it was like the first one I remember.
You were telling me about some like glitch.
Oh yes. I found this out. I played it once. I played it once, like when I got it and it was new.
Right.
And went back. I'm like, I'm gonna play that game again. I remember it was pretty good. And I went through that whole game the first time, not any glitch. And I got to this part, and you end up getting like there's a lot of like rock climbing in it and stuff, and you end up getting like a rappel system.
Yeah.
And to advance, you basically it's like you shoot an arrow at this thing and pull it down with your rappel system, and then it's supposed to break a crack in the floor, and then you continue on in the game. But the glitch was hilarious. I mean, like, it was frustrating, but it was hilarious because what happened is you're pulling it and you see the rope stretching in the animation about to pull it, and then the rope snaps, and then the rope is hanging there like where it would be if it dropped it. Yeah. And the rope's hanging there, and then the thing is like suspended in space. Right. And you're just like, what do you do? But I found out there was someone on YouTube posted a video, and you have to go walk where the hole would have been if there wasn't a glitch. Right. And then like kind of walk through the floor, basically. But you got to do it on this little line.
I like how the camera kind of shook along with you. Yeah. That's fun.
So yeah, that was funny. But I remember tried doing that, I tried doing that, and it didn't work, and I went, and then I just booted it up again, and then it worked, and it was fine. Right. So yeah, there's like a weird little glitch.
That's fun. Yeah. And I haven't played video games so long. Like some of you guys know, like I'm like a Super Nintendo head, so anything Zelda or Mario or even like Animal Crossing I've been into, which they actually just came out with a new update. I haven't done it. Been busy. We were just talking about that with my little What's Up thing. I haven't had time to do any of that, but I'm going to soon. I'm going to do it soon. I have been doing the Magic stuff, so I went there yesterday. Because today is Thursday. I did it yesterday.
You know, I also like I see like in my notes and like what else is going on. We've been talking about like when we release, you go over just your basic art that is up. Yeah. You know, and you go, well, we need to make that look a little more like the record. Yeah. If that makes sense. Right. Like, it's got to go along with the record. Now.
Reminder for you guys, we did just release a new record. You can go get it at rochambeau.com. It's the best thing we've ever done. Super proud of it. Oh my goodness.
Sounds great.
Holy guacamole. Go listen.
But anyway, so like we were talking, like even on the YouTube end, and we're like, oh, it's the new album's out, so it's time to change that. Yeah. So like I know I've been getting into like graphics and design and like trying to learn more and oh you could do this, I didn't know you could do that, that's cool, you know? Right. And it's weird, it's like I don't really consider that a hobby. It's like it's a new thing I'm doing at work.
Right. Is cinematography and video editing for me as a hobby?
Yeah, it's like it's not.
It is, but it's not.
It is, but it's like but you're using it at your job, so
yeah.
You know,
it's kind of weird.
But I don't know, like maybe that's like the ultimate balance is like you use all of your hobbies. Yeah. For your mainstay, and right? That just keeps like you know, the whole snowballing thing. Kind of thing.
let's get to some of the comments here. I saw a few come in here. Oh, is it?
Someone said crosswords. They like doing crossword.
Yeah.
Crossword puzzles.
Nancy, I'm not good at those. I'm not very good at those. From meeting you in the 6th grade, you've always been in your garage making music with family and friends. You know, I don't have a garage anymore, but I know what you're talking about, man. We used to just jam out in the garage all the time. It has been like a part of my being. It's so weird. So weird. But yeah, 6th grade. Hope you're doing well, by the way. Hope you're doing good. It's been forever. We're like in our later 30s now, mid to later, and here we are. So I hope you're doing well. Yeah.
I think I'm still technically in my early 30s for like 6 more months.
Right. How old am I? I'm 36. I'm 36. Yeah.
I'm 33.
Yeah. 33 is a good year, man.
We're getting there.
It's a good year. Let's see. You want to read Steve's there?
Yeah, it's weird. I enjoy spending a solid 8 hours detailing Nancy's Jeep every couple of months. Every nook and cranny gets attention. I'll have to add that to my list.
Oh, yeah. But that's the kind of thing, man. You just sit there and you just do it. It's like those.
Is this like some weird code?
It might be a code.
Is this like,
oh,
I drive a Toyota?
Yo. Either that, it could mean something dirty.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
some kind of
like
code.
something real dirty. Like
maybe not.
spending time a solid 8 hours detailing Nancy's Jeep. Make sure every inch is covered and attention's paid.
Attention gets paid.
Gets paid in full.
Oh my God.
Absolutely amazing to see you doing this, following your hobby that is now your primary moneymaker. It's bizarre. I was afraid for a while though. The whole pandemic thing, man, it hit us pretty hard, and I thought it was going to be taken away. But we're building it back up. We're killing it. Kyle's going to start a solo rap project.
You know, the funny thing, like, we can talk about rap.
Can we? I might have a rap job.
Well, no, like, I mean, like, I'm not, like, I feel like I'm not very good at it.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times when we're writing stuff, it's like kind of, it's written without a melody.
Yeah.
But you have the rhythm of it. So you're like, well, it's like you could rap it. And I was like, but I kind of like look back on our stuff and be like, it is kind of like rap. You're just kind of like singing, like it's like
rap.
You know, it's, you know, not like when stuff's not super melodic, you know?
Yeah.
But very rhythm. I'd be like, I kind of get it. Like, yeah, we kind of.
So would you say that
kind of like have
maybe
a little,
rapping
a
is
little
your-
rap influence?
rapping could be like one of your hobbies?
It's like a hobby.
It'd be one of your
yeah,
hobbies.
it's like I don't do that.
It brings you
professionally.
joy, but you're not really professional. At it. Let's see here. Zelda rules. Rico Babe. Zelda. I can't wait for the new one. It's supposed to be out like what, next year? Breath of the Wild 2, that whole thing. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of Zelda. It's gonna be awesome. So proud and thankful to follow you guys. Thanks for being here. For real. Thank you for being here. Thanks for following us up on this stuff. Check out our other videos and cool things. We put a lot into this, man. It's if you see something, it's either me or this guy making it. So give him some love.
Rap or rap like holidays like.
Oh
tasty.
right, yeah. I guess you could be rapping.
Getting into
gifts.
some tasty raps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like sitting here hanging out, like wrapping presents. That's the whole.
I was thinking
thing.
about like wrapping sandwiches.
Sandwich. That's what you know. When I first read it, I thought that like a burrito wrap.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
Salad
oh
wrap.
yeah, rap sounds really good right now.
Salad
Tasty.
wrap. We could take this gnocchi and have a gnocchi wrap. That'd be like thick.
Okay, I'm sorry. Gnocchi rap sounds like the most badass artist name.
Gnocchi wraps.
What's up,
dude?
What's up? And you have like one tattoo right here.
Yeah.
Like, what's up? I'm Gnocchi rap.
I'm gnocchi wraps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's the whole thing.
That needs to be a thing. You go start it.
Yeah.
Go start it, you guys. We don't have time.
Have y'all ever thought about doing a live album?
Yes, and we have.
We did.
We have done a
We've
live
done a live album, but it wasn't like full. We did a live acoustic album.
We did a live unplugged album.
It was the EP, the Flat Tops and Wooden Boxes, released early last year. Was it early?
When did that come out?
I don't know when it came out, but
You
we
get
released it last
50
year.
Roshan fan points if you can tell us.
If you tell us whenever that EP came out,
When the-
I
what
lost
year the EP
track of every ounce of time.
It came out in 2020.
Yeah, it came out.
We were working. Well, yeah, because we were working on it.
We were doing it when we got the go home
and we got the go home order when we were in the studio. So
in the middle of it.
So it was 2020. Never mind. You don't get the points.
So that was actually done live. That's why you can hear Kyle messing up so much on it.
Yeah, man. Just like buzzy string noise.
And he's like,
and voice just cracking every. On second thought, don't go by that because you'll have no respect for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll be like, oh, they sound like that live. Oh,
right.
Stay in the studio. Stay in the studio. Live sucks. All right.
No,
it's good. I like it. Sounds good.
We had thought about doing a live full thing. We just haven't done it yet. You know, it's kind of strange when you're doing stuff the way, because we're such perfectionists about things. I mean, I just don't know the benefits of it at the moment. Rico about yup. Zelda. Okay. Mediterranean rap. That's a whole thing. I need to see the follow-up on your Salt and Pepper influence. It's all there. You just listen deep. It's in there.
Salt and Pepper did. It was a song. Remember what was the musical? West Side Story. Remember that musical?
Spring 2020.
Oh, cool.
So she gets how many? You get 10 million Rosham fan points, Nancy.
Someone even got more specific. They said April or May 2020.
April or May. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can split the points between yourselves.
Yeah.
Here they go. They're coming out, and you catch them, and you divvy them up.
Yeah. What's cool is Steve here likes to rap while he raps.
I'm gonna rap sometime.
Yeah. I'm gonna put some other paper in my pocket. What were you saying?
I don't know. I was reading these comments. Talking about spring.
We're professional.
We're
professional, man. It's the whole thing.
Oh, well, you're talking about maybe like not doing a full live album. It's more. It's to me, like, yeah, it's like we have live performances, and I guess so we could record our shows, and that like maybe we'll end up doing that.
Yeah.
But to me, like, if it's going to be a separate project and doing it live, I like stuff when stuff's more raw.
Yeah.
And it's like doing unplugged stuff and doing, maybe if we got an old dingy acoustic kit and like hooked up like a combo amp and just mic'd that
and then
up
we did it differently.
And did it and did this weird raw live thing.
Get Pete on bass or something.
Yeah.
Make a record.
Like then I'd be like, yeah, let's do that. That sounds cool.
Yeah, that might be kind of cool. All right.
It was West Side Story. We're talking Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
They there was this whole like project. It was like in the 90s. It
sparked his
Brian Setzer, Salt and Pepper, Phil Collins, Aretha Franklin. It was like all these the big wigs.
The big wigs.
They did a new soundtrack for that musical, and Salt and Pepper did like Officer Krupke or like one of the there's like one of their silly songs in there, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
And every time someone reminds me of Salt and Pepper, like I always think of that album. It's funny.
That is the push it, right? Then they do that.
Push it real good. I think so.
Da 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 da. I think that was the whole
Maybe.
thing. Gonna need a Dr. Phil on her backstory. I think something happened with Dr. Phil. I just heard a story about
I always
that.
keep
I think
hearing
the
people
Catch
tell
Me
me
Outside girl, I think she sued him or something.
I feel like those two were like, he's like, my numbers are down, and she's like, I can't get my rap career to take off. And they're like, what do we do? And he's like, how about you come in and just be that girl.
Be that girl.
Be that girl. And
Yeah.
she's like, I can do that.
Yeah.
And then because I feel like they both made each other way more popular.
Right. I think what it was actually, it was he sent her to some like recovery place, some get better.
And she's come out and saying there's abuse there.
There's abuse happening there, which they had known about that anyway. Blah blah. I don't know. These are the stories I hear, so don't take anything I'm saying for fact.
You look it up. We can talk about it next week.
But anyway,
talk about the Dr. Phil and Bad Baby
right.
scandal.
But we do want to take a moment to remind you guys that we do have merch still available over there on storefrontier.com / is that backslash or is that just slash? I feel like that's a slash. Anyway, Rochambeau.
Oh, it's a slash because if it's back, it's going back.
Yeah, that's right. So
now
anyway,
it's going forward.
But we've got right there. They have all the T-shirts and hoodies and stuff in stock, and you have different colors for every design. It's made out of super high quality stuff. They do a really good job. I know, like, this is like sales pitch, whatever, but like, for real, like, these are really great shirts, and they're really like helping us out by doing the order on demand kind of thing with those. And they've turned out really good. Like I mentioned last time, like, we've seen some of you guys wearing them when we've been at the shows, and they turned out great. And I've heard that the customer service is awesome. I ordered a couple of things of our own just to see how when we first started doing it and testing everything.
Yeah, I did too.
And they look so good. They turned out great. They do everything the way they need to be, and it helps us out since, like, during this whole thing we haven't been able to keep, like, our own, like, merchandise in stock ourselves, and to have that many designs, like, as an independent person, like, it's hard to keep all of those.
Yeah, you gotta turn off 200 of everything, and you're like, how much is that? We gotta carry all that. I don't have that money. I'm a musician.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So thanks for you guys that have gone on there and ordered that stuff. Thanks for you guys for wearing the stuff. Hell, thanks for just, like, looking at it and just, taking it into consideration. Let's see here. The quality is fantastic on the design. See, Nancy vouches for it, man. Nancy knows what's up. They are good. And it's fast shipping, man. They keep you up. They let you know what's going on. So.
Oh my God, can you guys do a live caroling post?
A live caroling? Yeah.
Like, hark all the bells, sweet silver bells, songs in the same close to the way. Like that?
Like that. We've done it.
Okay.
It's the Beaver Moon. That's the new. We're no longer Rochambeau. We are called Beaver Moon, which is awesome. That's like front and back. Anybody catch that? Beaver Moon. Anyway.
Oh, that's gross.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, bad.
But that's the name of our first record. Would be front and back. We are Beaver Moon. Yeah. This would be amazeballs. Yeah, true.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. All right.
Beaver Moon.
All right, cool. But yeah, just to wrap up, again, thank you guys for joining us here. We do have a show coming up this weekend in Helen. We've got another like acoustic show coming up. The following weekend, the one in Helen is this Saturday. It starts at 6. Get there early. If you're part of the Rocham fam, we will be reserving Rocham fam tables so everybody can meet and greet and everything. We've got the acoustic show in Dahlonega the following weekend. It's where we're doing like a sandbox acoustic style thing. Come out to that. It's cool. It's like this outdoor parking lot kind of deal. A lot of fun. And then the weekend after that, we have at Club 134 in Anderson and
South Carolina.
It's a party there, man. It's a cool venue, cool people. The owner, man, is super cool dude. Super grateful for them. Also, we did just release yesterday a brand new cover video for everyone here publicly, so you can see it. We just did a cover of Those Shoes. There's a video song. Check it out.
Yes.
Maybe we can get the video in some kind of clip. You know what I mean?
We can do that
One day.
And thank you, Renee, for requesting that one, because that one was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Renee is the bee's knees. So.
And if you don't know, if you're just watching these Van Floss videos, you're not watching our music videos, which is like, because we're like a band first.
Yeah.
So every month we release videos.
Right. We do.
Okay. And they're out on YouTube, but the people on Patreon help us decide what those videos are, and they get access to them like 6 months before. You get all of them. As soon as we make it, it's up.
We're actually working on a brand new one right now that will be out next week. But if you're not on Patreon, you won't be seeing it for like half a year.
So what's up with these tiers?
Let's talk about them.
All right. So we got for $1 a month on Patreon, you're in the in crowd.
Yeah.
It's you're one of us. You're supporting what we're doing. Or you're supporting our music.
What we're doing, you're getting like a shout out. You're getting early access to all of our merch and music. So you're the first one that gets dibs on things. Like when we released our latest record, it was available for everyone on our Patreon. Like, how was it? Like half a week before? Or was it like a week before it came out? We were done with the record. Like a week? See, there we go.
try to get stuff to Patreon as early as humanly possible.
When it's done.
As humanly possible as soon as it's done. And sometimes when you're like approaching that deadline, sometimes you only get it a week or two before, but sometimes you get it 6 months before. Like,
and we
like
get
the,
it, man.
Yeah.
We actually brought back the in-crowd tier because we understand like sometimes, like not everybody, has like an extra $5, but
you're like, I like it. I'll give you $1. Keep doing it.
It's $1, man. Yeah. You can afford $1.
And your shout outs are in our weekly blog.
Yeah, in the weekly blog. Yeah.
You'll be immortalized.
Yes, right in there.
And
we have one for $5. That's the one where we're doing the monthly cover videos and requests. So you're able to put in a request every month and just keep filling them up because we end up picking from them. We'll even go back sometimes. But you request every month, you get a video every month, and you also get, because these are tier systems, so you'll also get the shout out and the early access and all that kind of stuff. But you will get access to all these videos and cool stuff as well.
And then the backstage passes, you kind of just get like a more behind the scenes look. So a lot of times, like we're always working on something, whether it's like an art project for a music project that's coming up,
right.
or some tracks on this new song, and
like I just recently put up some posts about the live setup here, so like what you're not seeing in behind the camera, but I showed a picture of the actual setup here.
So like you just kind of get to see like what we see, and we're always like sending each other like, hey, I'm working on this, and we're like, well, Patreon should see that too. So
yeah, so
it's kind of cool, neat little stuff that like if you don't know how stuff works, you'll see it.
Yeah.
And then the $50 a month, we do a private video chat, and we'll sing you a song.
Private.
So it'll just be just us.
Just us hanging out. And we might even sing a song. Hell, or we just sit there and shoot the shit, man. Catch up.
It's whatever you want.
Just whatever you want to
hang
do. But yeah, please consider going over there and checking it out. There's something in there for everybody. It's cool. We're excited about everything we're doing over there. That's how we're able to continue doing videos like this. It's how we're able to continue. Right now. So we're really pumped about that. We're really pumped for everyone that's on there. You guys are the best, the most amazing, the most decent, the most awesome, kind,
smart.
Just
that was a movie, wasn't it?
I wanted to say delicious.
Delicious.
Girl, you delicious.
Chardonnay on delicious.
Yeah. Right. Let's get to some of these comments before we wrap everything up here. There are kids in the room. Good. Noted.
I've been to Helen. Not as bad as it sounds.
No, it's not as bad as it sounds. Yeah? Helen's actually all right.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I dig the town. I don't know if I would vacation.
But we want you to come vacation.
We want you to
We want you to travel, come see our show.
This Saturday, I think you should vacation to Helen.
You should
come check us out.
We should work there.
Yeah.
And you should vacation there.
That's true.
That's how this works.
Do it. Okay. Be out there. That is my favorite Christmas carol, that one we did. What was it called?
Carol of the Bells.
Carol of the Bells.
It was like carol. I always think of that one because the word carol is in the carol.
The actual words are. It's not a merry, merry, merry Christmas, right? Or is it in there?
Hark, all the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away.
Why are there bells there all the time?
Gaily they're ringing while people singing songs of good cheer. Christmas is cheer. I think it is like Merry Christmas. I think it is.
Oh, okay.
I didn't sing that part. I was in the tenor section in the choir, so I was like, ding dong, ding dong.
Yeah.
It's
a whole thing.
We didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Just ding dong, ding dong.
But again, okay, so we're going to wrap this up. Thank you guys for joining us here. We're going to be back here again next Thursday. We're doing these every week until we tell you we're not doing them.
And you know what? Next week is Thanksgiving.
Next week is Thanksgiving.
So what are you doing? Do you have plans? I believe that my family plans are on that Friday.
Do we just need
So
to
I
like?
may have Thursday off, but I don't know if you do. What do you got going on?
I think. I mean, I'll probably go hang out.
We'll talk. Next week might be a rerun.
It might be a rerun.
Or it might be live. We'll let you know. We'll let you know early in the week.
Yeah, follow us. We do a blog every week. So every Wednesday we release a new blog on rochambeau.com/van-philosophy.
And is it in the description, the mailing list? Is there a link for that in the
No,
description?
but you have the links. So you can go to the links.
Okay. So, yeah, go to rochambeau.com. And it's the first thing on there is to sign up. I think it's on every page on our website, so
Right.
you can sign up.
Right.
And we don't spam you, but we will say like, "Hey, that thing that we talked about doing, here's the link for it."
Right.
And it's for stuff like that.
I might have to make a tofurkey this year.
Oh yeah, are you gonna do a vegetarian Thanksgiving, Charlie Brown?
Well, I got
Like-
to. I got to. I've pushed myself this far, and like I feel so much better, y'all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's the thing about like even if you're going to a traditional Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
there's so much food.
Oh yeah. No, I just get
There's
some.
so much food that like you
got to get the cranberry
have, like,
sauce
cranberries,
that comes in the can. Not this
potatoes.
fancy crap. I don't want no. I mushed up these cranberries by hand. I don't want that bullshit. I want like the gelatin stuff that you cut into slices that comes out of a can.
I feel really bad for saying this out loud,
Yeah.
but I totally wholeheartedly agree with you.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Aunt Joan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
great job.
Like, I know
you
it's great, but
Yeah.
but I really do want.
I just want
the can.
I want the can stuff. Like
It's
that's
true, and why? And
don't know,
it
it's
hurts
good.
my heart that is my true self right now.
Yeah.
but it is. It's true.
It's
I feel that
better.
way.
It's better than this fancy crap. You don't want that. You want it out of the can. You want a nice like little slice. Of it. And then you take that and you have like a bite. You have some green beans in there, like some mashed potatoes, and some gravy, and you're like, and it has that in there. It has that like zing zing.
The
zing.
little
Has that zang in it.
The little zang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's delicious. It's delicious. But you guys have a happy Thanksgiving if we don't see you.
Yeah, and stick around in the chat. Let us know what your Thanksgiving plans are, and we might not be here to see it, but
Yeah.
we will we'll go back and look.
We'll go back and check it out. Yeah, let us know what you're doing. Because if you're just hanging out, man, hell, we'll hang out too. Because I know like this whole like quarantine, don't be around these people, be around. I don't know. I don't know. When I know I'm gonna go hang out with my family.
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna be there, like, late.
There is like a good bit of like, we're having a vaccine party. Be like,
Yeah.
we're not having a vaccine party. Be like, well, we're just gonna mix it up, and like,
Yeah.
everybody's different. That would be interesting.
We're having
That would be an interesting topic. Be like, so, what's
Yeah.
the vaccination status of everyone coming over?
You know,
I mean, like,
ours is we don't
We're getting
care.
to some real conversations right there.
I think ours is
that
just
we're not
like-
going to discuss right here.
We're
'cause
okay.
This is van philosophy.
Yeah, we're okay with whatever you decide to do with your own body. It's okay. But we love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be here again soon. We love you.
We
guys.
love you.
Take care.